Good afternoon, class, and welcome to Lesson 1.9, Problem Solving, Multiplication and Division. Let's begin by taking a look at our essential question. How can you use the strategy solve a simpler problem to help you solve a division problem? Well, let's begin answering this question by looking at our Unlock the Problem. Our Unlock the Problem says, Mark works at an animal shelter. To feed 9 dogs, Mark empties 8 18-ounce cans of dog food into a large bowl. If he divides the food equally among the dogs, how many ounces of food will each dog get? So we're going to use the graphic organizer below to help us solve this problem. So begin with reading the problem. What do I need to find? I need to find the number of dogs of ounces of dog food each dog gets. And that comes from our question in our word problem. How many ounces of food will each dog get? So, what information do I need to use? Well, I need to use the number of cans of food the number of ounces in each can, and the number of dogs that need to be fed. So how will I use the information? Well, I can multiply to find the total number of ounces. Then I can solve a simpler problem to divide that total by 9. So, on our next side is to solve the problem. First, multiply to find the total number of ounces of dog food. So we know that 8 times 18, and if we go to 18 times 8, we know that 8 times 8 is 64. Put our 4 in our ones column, carry our 6 to our tens column. 1 times 8 is 8, plus 6 is 14. So 8 times 18 is 144. To find the number of ounces each dog gets, I'll need to divide 144 divided by, and that's going to be 9, because there are 9 dogs, equals. So, to find the quotient, I break 144 into 2 simpler numbers that are easier to divide. So I can take 144, and I know that I can break those apart into 90 and 54, because 90 plus 54 equals 144, divided by 9. So I know that 90 divided by 9 equals 10, and 9 divided by 9 equals 1. So then we have over here on this side is another number, 54 divided by 9 equals 6, and if I take 10 plus 6 equals 16. So each dog gets 16 ounces of food. So let's take a look at another problem. Michelle is building shelves for her room. She has a plank 137 inches long that she wants to cut into 7 shelves of equal length. The plank has jagged ends, so she will start by cutting 2 inches off each end. How long will each shelf be? Well, we know that if we look at our picture on the side, we know that if we're taking 2 inches off of this one, and 2 inches off of this one, we're going to have 137 minus 4 is 133. So let's begin with what do I need to find? That again becomes our question within our word problem. So we need to find how long each shelf will be. So what information do I need to use? Well, we know that we need to use the amount of wood to cut off each end. We also need to use the number of shells. And the length of the plank before it's cut. So now, how will I use the information? Well, first we're going to have to subtract 2 inches from each end of the plank to see what length is being divided. So that's what we did up here. So we took our length of 137 total. We took 2 inches off each end. Which leaves us with 133. Then we will divide the length of the remaining piece by 7. So we're going to take our 133 and divide that by 7. But since that length is not easy to divide, we're going to have to break it into 2 numbers and divide each by 7. Then I will add the 2 partial quotients to get the final quotient. So over here, we're going to take our 133 divided by 7, and we know that if we break this apart, we're going to get 70, which is an easy number to divide by 7, and 63, which is another easy number to divide by 7. So then we take 70 divided by 7, and that's going to give us 10. We're going to take 63 and divide it by 7, which we know is 9. And that's going to give us our quotient of 19. So each shelf will be 19 inches long. All right, your password tonight, password is going to be lamp. Be sure to record that as proof that you did your homework, and I will see you in class tomorrow.